He's coming up.
Oh my god! It's in! Yeah!
Got him.
Yes.
What do muntjac deer, grey squirrels and zander all have in common? They were introduced to the UK by the Duke of Bedford, Herbrand Russell, in the 18th century. There was one more alien-looking creature he brought over, and I'm hoping to catch one in Devon at the aptly named Angler's Paradise. Angler's Paradise is a complex of 30 lakes with dozens of species, along with real oddities like golden tench, blue trout and koi carp. There are some luxury villas to stay in, along with a pool and play park for the kids, and what is quite possibly the most bonkers bar in Britain. Everywhere you look, there's something zany or exotic, much like the owner of the site, Zig Gregorek. He's been hailed the world's greatest fisherman, with trophies and awards all over the bar. My target species was the Wels Catfish, and Zig pointed out which lakes would offer the best chance of catching one. Along with many big game fish all over his walls, he also had a 30-pound catfish, as if to tease what we could catch, with some reaching over 100 pounds in his lakes.
So I'm going to level with you. I'm not a very good fisherman. I love it, but I'm not very good at it. But I know a man who is. Dominic Garnett is a fantastic angler. He writes for the Angling Times and he's published multiple books. He's also based down here in Devon. Now he's sat on the lake behind me and hopefully he's going to help me catch my first proper catfish. So let's go join him. Dom, how are you doing, buddy? You alright?
Hiya Jack, how are you keeping? All right?
Oh, good, thanks. Thanks for joining me.
That's all right. Pleasure.
I haven't got a bloody clue what I'm doing, so
That's all right.
hopefully you're going to help me catch a catfish. Is today a good day for it?
I think it looks decent. The thing is, you get more people out when it's baking hot, but actually this is what you want, a bit of overcast weather. Yeah, I think it looks good for a bite or two. I'm quietly confident anyway, yeah.
I thought you were going to say guaranteed then. That's always the kiss of death.
Never guaranteed in fishing, Jack. You know that, but good chance.
So how are we catching these fish today? What's sort of the method people would use to go after catfish?
At a fishery like this, it's really trying to avoid the little stuff. So we're using large, smelly baits. As you can probably see, the water's very coloured. So we'd be using things like, larger boilies, big pellets, things like that. Even something like a massive great chunk of meat. Something they can't easily miss, basically, because you've seen the tiny eyes they've got as well. These are fish that hunt by smell mainly, so we're putting out a decent scent trail for them.
I suppose when I think of catfish, I think of the whiskers. So obviously they are just basically a big swimming nose, aren't they?
Yeah. In one sense, you look at the eyes on them; they're pathetic little things. They're tiny. Even on quite a big catfish, the eyes are minuscule. So yeah, it tells you all you need to know. They're not, they'd need to visit Specsavers. They're not hunting by sight. They haven't got a lot of sight.
Nice one. Well, should we get the rods out and see if we can get one?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. We should go for it.
Let's do it.
Not wanting to be left out, I tried casting. However, the bait ended up at my feet. Luckily, Dom knew what he was doing, and it wasn't that long before we got some interest. The rod screamed off, and Dom was into a nice sized fish. A couple of splashes, and we got the lump into the net and out for a closer look.
So hard, I really thought it was going to be a catfish.
I had my heart going then.
Sorry,
I
mate.
thought we'd got a nice cat then, but
it's difficult to be disappointed with a fish like
it's
that,
a
isn't it?
beast.
It's a beauty.
Absolute beast.
Yeah.
Hang on.
A beautiful fish, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Absolutely solid.
Should we weigh him?
Let's weigh him, yeah. We'll give him a quick dunk while we get our stuff ready, just to...
So the score's on the doors?
Yeah, 22.9. So
nice one, buddy. Good job.
With the net deducted, that's 20 pounds, 8 ounces. Oh.
Not a kipper.
No.
Let's get him back.
Just make sure she's good and... Yeah, she's ready. Oh, see you later.
As the day went on, the weather started to get what can only be described as crap, with buckets of rain, but that didn't put the carp off, and we caught quite a few.
Paste.
Wels catfish prefer warmer weather to feed, as it speeds up their metabolism, so summer is often the best time to catch one. In Europe, where the weather is warmer, they reach huge sizes, some getting well over 200 pounds. The catfish still proved elusive, however, so we started to think, where would the catfish be in the lake? Catfish are mostly nocturnal, so will be hidden away during the day.
So these catfish could show up anywhere, but there's some obvious places we're going to look for them. There are bits of cover, you can see the trees and bushes on the far bank. Anywhere they can hide is useful in the day. We've also got really nice passing points, like round the back of the island and the bridge you can see up there. But I mean, sometimes they'll come right down into the edge and the margins, especially as it gets dark later. So we're also going to put a bait just down a couple of rod lengths out, no further than that.
As time went on, the weather didn't improve, and I was slowly losing the will to live. Even craft ale and an assortment of cooked pig couldn't lift my spirits.
So I've been around about 7 hours now. This is June in England. I've got a fleece on. It's chucking it down. Apart from a few carp, no sign of the cats yet. I'm trying to remain optimistic. I'm relying on Dom's expert knowledge. He's catapulting in the rain. He's got his head on the fish. He's going to go for it, hopefully. But we'll see. I'm still trying to remain keen, but we'll see.
Try as we might, we couldn't get a monster moggy in the day, so decided to fish into the night. And just as we were about to pack up, something grabbed the bait.
It's a cat. Oh my god! It's in! Yeah!
Got it.
Get it!
Excellent.
Oh, we got one!
Oh, last knockings, eh?
Look at him. Oh!
Oh, right in the nick of time,
Wow!
mate.
Well, we couldn't have got any more last minute than that, could we? It's alright, it's me.
That's you, is it?
That's me, mate. Just piddling around. Look at that beast!
Ha.
I'm gonna attempt to pick this up.
Oh, look at that. A long fish, isn't
That
it?
is, thank you, Dom. That is a fish and a half. So this is what I've been after, Wels catfish. First thing I noticed is those huge whiskers, and of course that's what they're using to pick out prey. Big old pecs, long tail, tiny little dorsal fin. Quite pathetic, really, for a fish of this size, and tiny eyes. So
Minuscule, aren't they?
they're not using those eyes for hunting primarily, but these are predators, and don't make no mistake. So one of the things with Wels catfish is that large mouth, and they use that like a vacuum. They just open up and scoff small fish, so they are so predatory. Anything that fits in that mouth is fair game. Small mammals, birds, fish, it's all dinner. I'm chuffed to death. I'm really, really pleased with that. It is just
right in the nick of time as well. We were just wondering whether it was going to happen, so that's perfect.
I am so happy, but I think we should probably get this guy back.
At £10, it's my biggest catfish, and amazing to see this alien-looking creature close up. In closed-off waterways like an angler's paradise, catfish are a bizarre oddity to catch, but they do have quite drastic effects on wild fish populations in rivers. In Europe, Wels catfish have been spread to many systems, wreaking havoc in the Ebro and French rivers, eating many native and endemic fish species. Already in Britain, they've been found in the Thames, Trent and Severn, and while they'll never reach the same sizes as their European cousins, they can get big enough to eat large fish and even birds. Despite their predatory nature, I for one find them utterly fascinating. Thanks for watching. Which species do you think I should go after next? Don't forget to like, comment below and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, cheers.